Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome to another episode of 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. I am your host, D.L. Collins, along with my co-host, Slim
Gilmore.
Yes, indeed.
What's up? What it do? Party people.
Ow, ow. Get funky, funky. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight, and thank you for 7 Mile Radio for always giving us the power hour to give y'all the hottest talk. We are the coolest 3 in the D.
Yes, we are. Yes,
of course, Mocha J is not here today, but she will be back next week. You know, she doing her thing. She a little busy, but that's okay, you know.
She got a senior, man, so, you know, she's still doing the whole senior thing. So, you know, shout out to all the graduates.
Yes, indeed.
The
We love to
class of
see it.
2024, man. Shout out to y'all. I got a couple of nieces, couple of nephews. I got some family too, man. Everybody coming through. Got some people coming through out of 8th grade, going to high school.
You know what, man? They looking good too, man.
Yeah.
They looking
No
good,
doubt.
man.
No doubt, yeah.
I said, shit, they turning it up this year.
Man, like no other.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about 8th grade graduation.
8th grade is,
prom and all that
yeah,
shit.
it's like
BMF reunion.
exactly.
Man, like
What?
damn.
Exactly.
Bentleys and helicopters
Real.
and shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to that, man. So today's topic. Today's topic, man. Listen, you know, in lieu, am I saying that right? In lieu of Father's Day. Father's Day is coming upon us, and it's a major day for a lot of us, especially for me. Father's Day is even more important to me than my own birthday. I hold it in such a high regard, and I think fathers should. I think fathers should hold it in a high regard. Selfishly, my birthday, you know, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can find something to do. But Father's Day, I want those who I've impacted, those who I've touched, those who I've, whether it's a mother of a kid that I've, you know, been in their life, I've helped raise, I've had some kind of impact to them. I think that they should at least acknowledge, hey, Pops, Mr. Gilmore, Unc, whatever, Fred, happy Father's Day. So the topic is not just about Father's Day, but should all fathers be celebrated? Now, you know, this is a rough
slope.
Yeah, this is a rough one because, you know, we got so many categories of fathers, and you know, and it goes both ways, parenting. But you know, it's always a thing. You know, shout out to the good fathers for Father's Day. Shout out to all the real men for Father's Day. But I was told some years ago that the holiday is not for good fathers or good mothers or whatever. The holiday is for those who've our parents or our fathers or our mothers. And then, so, you know, we go into, you know, do we celebrate or do we honor negative behavior, negative parenting, negative fatherhood, negative motherhood? Of course, fatherhood is what we on right now, so that's what we're gonna go with. So what you think about that, DL?
You know, I think that is a slippery slope, but I also think that, you know, a lot of people may look at a lot of people's ideal of fatherhood or negative fatherhood or whatever is different than others. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that, you know, being a father is a man being 100% present in their child's life. When I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Some fathers don't know how to father. And so as long as they have some type of presence in their child's life, then they should be celebrated, right? Because you know, everybody don't know how, nobody comes in knowing how to be a father or a mother,
Absolutely.
right?
Oh,
And
my
so
God.
we all fall short of that.
There's no blueprint to it.
It's no blueprint. And sometimes when a father falls short and even fall away, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't make him less of a father, right? Because there could be lessons within the time that he was there. And you know, he's still a dad.
father.
He's
Yeah.
still a father, right?
And then we get into debate of father versus dad or daddy.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing.
Yeah.
I never really, I was raised in the house with a man. I
Yeah.
was raised with a father who was all hands on deck. He wasn't, he wasn't the nurturer. My mother
Yeah.
wasn't even the nurturer to that effect, but he, old school, my daddy was a lot older. He was older than Martin Luther King. If Martin Luther King was living. So my dad was more like a grandfather in retrospect, but he showed by example. He went to work. He came home. I don't have any outside siblings that I know about. It was never a talk of that type of thing. He was always, he was more of a homebody. He didn't have a lot of friends and things of that nature, but he did lecture a lot. He did pour a lot in me in a way that I didn't particularly care about it, or care for it. But now, of course, thinking back, and he's been gone since 2020. I think back on those lessons. I think back on those lectures. I kind of wish I could get it back type thing.
Yeah.
And not just because he's gone, but just like we're forever evolving. We're ever listening.
Yeah.
He was packed with so much wisdom and so much knowledge. He'd seen a lot. He didn't.
It's like even right now he could have been able
yeah,
to give
man.
you
Like
some wisdom, right?
and this, and he passed right before COVID hit. And I'm kind of glad that, him in his old age, because he died at 91.
Oh, he lived a long
yeah,
life.
he lived a beautiful life.
Yeah.
And he was healthy. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't sick.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like the last 6 to 8 months of his life where shit started going downhill. But I said all that to say that the way he poured into me, and it was 11 of us. 5 of the 11, 6 of the 11, including me, was his. And then, my mama came with 5, and he helped my mom raise her 5.
Yeah.
And, even more so than his own 5 because, of course, his 5 was with their mamas, and a lot of them was a lot older by the time I came along anyway, adults.
Yeah.
I was raised in the house with a man. I was raised in the house with a father. And I think that my personal opinion is it would be a disrespect to him not to do as he did or even go above or beyond. I always say I wish I was half the man that he was. You know what I'm saying? Or half the father that he was. But I couldn't even fathom, I couldn't even imagine not pouring into and giving my kids all that good stuff that he gave me, and I find myself being him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I really do. All the little shit in my kids like. Yeah, you acting like granddaddy, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was acting like that.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
shit, I
lift him up, man. He was my best friend. He was my mentor. He was an elder that just continued to pour and pour, even when I wasn't even knowing that he was pouring into.
Yeah.
He was pouring into.
Yeah, because
And even at
we
this
take
death,
for
man,
granted.
like,
We take for granted
the
all of
things
those
that
things.
the things that revealed himself and the way that he was still taking care of things, even in his death, man, it was just like, damn, daddy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I I can only wish.
So for people, for men that don't go as far as that, because I see that you revered your father, right? For men who don't have all of those qualities, who can't pour into their kids like that, all they have is just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, just give.
And do they deserve the same thing?
So
the same
that's
type
the thing, right? So okay, so say if you you know, you're not financially strapped and you don't have a lot of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of kids, a lot of parents that are 20 and 25 and they still trying to figure, they still a kid at heart. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, this shit don't come with no blueprint, you know, like, so those kids that are missing some things as far as a father out of their father, and these men feel like they only have a tidbit to give. You know, well, give that tidbit.
Give that tidbit.
And give the shit out of that tidbit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you only get, you know what I'm saying, if you can only pick your kid up once a week or once every other week and take them and spend that time at McDonald's.
Yes.
Spend that time at the park.
Yes.
If it ain't nothing but an hour, if the judge, whatever your situation is, and you only get a very small amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's they got the monitor. Even if it's monitored, man, do the shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Do the shit out. Come prepared. Like, if you got to meet with a mediator and y'all can meet at the park, nigga, come with the McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, baby girl.
Listen,
sit here and we gonna have this little lunch and we gonna do
this and we gonna do it the best way we can for the time that we got it. Yeah.
Stop making excuses. Though.
Yeah.
I listen.
I just had a conversation with my kid's father today, because of course we just had a grandbaby, and he called. We talking about that, and you know, he was telling me how when I moved to Atlanta, my daughter, because my daughter, she, you know, we all have childhood trauma, you know, and she feel like, you know, he's not in her life the way that she feel like he should be, and she was like, you know, I think that he have a better relationship with the boys because he don't have any more sons, but after her he had a daughter, and she like, I think he's overcompensating, and you know, he's spending time with her and he don't have to, you know, talk to me or have a relationship with me. So me and him talking, and he was just like, you know, nah. He was like, it wasn't that. He's like, you know, he said, when y'all moved away, she was young. She was 6. And when y'all came back, she was like 11. He was like, I didn't even know how to communicate with her. He was like, you know, he was like, I was so nervous, you know. And he was like, so our relationship never developed because he was like, I was scared. So I said, you know, that's a conversation you got to have with her, because, you know, it's going to make her feel better. And he was like, you know, he was telling me, you know, giving me my flowers. He always do, you know. He said, we got great kids, you're a great mother, whatever. And so I was like, well, you know, I told him, I was like, you think that you were not there 100% of the times. I'm like, and maybe you were not there physically 100% of the time. I said, but you were a part of their growing up. The lessons that you instilled were always 100% there. Yeah. Right. So you know, you were not 100% involved. You know, you were not the person that was waking up and taking them to the hospital, taking them back and forth to school. But the things that you instilled, they were always 100%. You know, input. It was one.
Sometimes that's all you got,
and sometimes that's all you got.
You know, sometimes that's all you got. But even on that tip, so you know, he feel away like, you know, he like, well, you know, I wasn't able to because you know. But monetarily,
he was, you know, it was that, right?
Yeah, right.
But for me, it wasn't even money.
And so that's the thing. That's a whole thing, because it's such a slippery, it's such a gray, it's a very sensitive situation, because some like shit. Well, you know, I made sure you had. I made sure that, you know, your mama didn't. She ain't have to worry about nothing. But then you got some of the kids that's good, that turn out okay with that, and it ain't no animosity. Like, okay, I understand this. It's funny how like some kids be like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And then some kids be like, no, fuck that. Yeah. There's no excuse. Yeah. You should have did. You should have called more. You should have wrote or whatever the fuck. Yeah. You should have done that. Yeah. And they have a legitimate beef. Yeah. And then, you know, and so money is one thing, and we need it. You know what I'm saying? The mamas need it, the daddies need it. That's single, that's holding it down, or whatever.
But it's not to compensate whatever it is that the kid need being there for them emotionally and physically, right? Man. Whatever it is that they need. My thing is, in when being a parent and when separating, sometimes we do take our personal beefs with each other, even when we trying to co-parent or even when we trying to make it about the kids. Sometimes your feelings be so deep in stuff that you just can't can't shake it. Yeah. Listen,
and that shit pour it off into the kids.
Let me tell you something. We had some moments, and I just go back to one time when I pulled that nigga's window. Yeah. He had an F-150 and it was tinted. And he was trying to drop the kids off. It was his time and he wanted to drop them off early. And I'm like, nah, you can't drop them off early. And he drops them off, take them in my house or whatever. I came outside and I took his fucking car. He had rolled it down a little bit to try to talk shit out the window. I yanked that bitch. It was 3 good yanks. 1, 2, 3. And I tore that bitch off the hinges, right? Damn. Because I was angry. Yeah. Right? And I saw the kids looking out the door. And I felt horrible. Yeah. Because that's gonna be a core memory.
That's an image that they'll never forget.
That's gonna be a core memory for them, right? Mm-hmm. And I was so upset that I allowed him to get me that upset. But I was already feeling like, dang, I have them 6 days. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring them back? So we were allowing our personal shit to get in the way of that co-parenting.
You know what? That's crazy because I have family that have experienced those type of things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got this going on. Like, a motherfucker don't want to see you happy in no way, form, or fashion. Uh-huh. So if you like shit, I got a movie premiere to go to. Yeah. They're like, shit, you gotta take your kids.
Yeah, it's your turn.
But then on the flip side of that, you want to control it because if motherfuckers be like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let my mama keep her, or no, you can't. How you?
I don't like them going over there.
Now what the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't like them going over there.
What the fuck? You think you just gonna control all aspects of the situation?
And I'm not gonna get on here and say, fathers get a bad rap, which we do, but I don't want to do that. What I want to say is that we with the co-parenting, even when your kids are adults. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers gotta everybody calm down and let's give some grace. Yes. Let's give some grace. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
It's so much spite and bitterness and resentment in between the parents. And it affect the child's life.
Yeah. Y'all think you think it's not. And you catch it on the flip side, you're like, damn, I should have went about that different. Yeah. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When your kid be like, Daddy, why you say that to mommy?
Exactly.
Like, you like, motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you wanna.
Yeah, for real.
What I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If you any kind of, human with a heart or whatever, you may, double back and be like, hey, you know what? I shouldn't have did that.
I shouldn't have said that.
You know what I'm saying? My bad. I was
exactly.
wrong. I shouldn't have called you out your name.
Yeah.
You is 150 bitches, but I shouldn't have did that.
The only reason why the women are like that is because they have the child as leverage to be that way with.
And it's so fucked up, man.
And as soon as the tables turn, then it's like then you want to apologize.
It's
now
like,
you want to get back in the good graces.
It's like it's like
and then when I don't know, then I ain't gonna say but then when you're not allowed, then you're the bad guy again and shit. Oh, you're not forgiving.
It's a topsy turvy situation,
it is, man. And let me tell you something. It's something that you gotta learn early on to just be like a lot of stuff you gotta let fall to the wayside. Man,
you gotta be Mr.
Right?
Unbothered.
You gotta be. You
gotta be on Marion.
You really do, because it will affect your children. And one thing, and they take that into their adulthood, and they take that into their relationships.
And not only that, your ass to end up somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Either in the ground,
Yeah,
or behind some steel,
yeah,
and some cement.
Yeah.
Because you allow, and you know, men, we cannot allow our emotions to get.
Yeah.
You can't lay hands.
No.
I mean, I have so many bitches I want to choke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you cannot lead
but you
with
can't
emotion.
lay hands.
No.
And you can't get out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because listen,
how they gonna capture that and use that as leverage to say, "Oh, that's the monster that I'm talking about." Like it's your response.
Because,
to
exactly.
It's so
because
important.
I was in a situation where police was called.
Oh my God.
And all you gotta do is have a nick. You can have a nick, a scratch,
broken
a finger,
fingernail,
a hangnail, and your motherfucking. Hey man,
not a hangnail.
Detroit police told me somebody gotta go.
Yeah, when they call, somebody gotta go.
If we call on domestic violence, somebody going out of here with us. I'm like, well, what about this? She got a scratch on her nose, bro. Literally a scratch. I had to go, and I had to sit and think. And it ain't shit, but it is shit.
Yeah.
Because now you thinking like, damn, I done allowed this motherfucker. Now I gotta sit down for 2 days.
Yeah.
And don't let it be on a Friday, bitch. It's over with. It's over with.
You ain't seen the judge on Monday.
Yeah, you might not get out to Thursday.
Damn,
or the next week. So, but you know, I mean, we always tend to kind of digress.
Yes,
but it's
we do.
still home.
It's still a part of.
But listen, man, I think, you know, just doubling back to the subject matter, the topic, it's a coin toss.
It is.
Because I don't, even though I respect fathers, and you planted a seed and you had a kid, I don't hold high regard for those who blatantly and purposely don't fuck with their kids.
Some men don't care to be fathers and don't care to be celebrated. Right? They don't care to be fathers and they don't care to be celebrated. Yeah. So their actions go right along with what it is that they feel. It's okay. Yeah. They don't want to be fathers.
That is true.
But I feel like, if you want to be a father, but for whatever reason it's preventing you because maybe you are scared. Maybe you don't feel like, maybe the mother is making you feel like, you are insignificant. Maybe, she's not allowing you to be the father that you know that you can be. I still feel like those men should be celebrated. Because there are women.
I can't get with a nigga who, I understand. Okay, if you don't want to be a father,
right?
Then you do with it. Listen,
if you don't want to be a father,
sex
what do you
fucking
do?
Baby. I don't give a fuck. Rubbers, birth control.
Yeah.
You name it. If it's in the heavenly deed for you to be a father or a mother, you're gonna be a father or a mother.
Right.
You know how many rubbers to
but
bust?
They don't want to be
You
celebrated.
know how many contraceptives didn't work? Shits that y'all, no pun, stick up in you, those IEDs, IUDs, the birth control.
But here's the thing, though. Those were preventative measures, right? And of course you got that 1%. But if I don't want to be a father and you choose to, well, I'm fucking.
You can't. Well,
I'm fucking.
I know you fucking. I'm saying the only bulletproof.
No, baby.
Wait.
No, because we took the preventative measures, and it may be a 1% chance, but it's a chance. It's a chance. But now, if we've already discussed, I don't want to be a father, right? And then this is a mishap. So now we got to think of other ways. You know what I'm saying? Are we giving a kid up for adoption? Give it a better home, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But if the mother say,
I'm not with the other. I'm not with the flip side of that.
Right.
Totally against the flip side of that.
Right. Same.
Any measure.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Good.
Yep.
Very good.
Same.
Yeah. Very good.
We've had this conversation before. In the past, I'm pro-life, right? So if we say, I don't want to be, and you still decide that I'm going to keep the child regardless, then you can't expect for the father to be the father. Yes, I father the kid. But I don't so now but
I mean, you're right. Yeah. So if I'm a man,
father don't
if I'm a
man
father. And I just strapped up and you own the little pill, okay, cool. So we We took preventative measures. But we know biology. Biology is biology, right? And so, okay, now we pregnant. Okay, now we find out that I'm the father. Okay, we go through all the shits, right? It ain't mine. I don't know how it happened.
Who did
whatever.
that? What you gonna do?
But we go through all the shits, and the people say it's 99.9. It's you. It's all you. Okay, cool. Well, I don't want to be a father. I told you I didn't want to be a father. Whatever. It's just fucked up. I'm very, and I get it that you did what you were supposed to do as a preventative measure, but there's always a chance. I tell my kids all the time, whatever you do, I don't give a fuck if whatever the situation is, just have a baby and I'll fix it.
Yeah.
That's just where I am with it.
But here's the thing, though. You can't do that.
I can.
No, you can't. You can't push your ideology on.
That's true.
Your kids, because okay, yeah, what you mean? That mean I got a kid out here that I didn't want, that I'm gonna think about 24/7. That where they at, and then I possibly gotta come in contact with this baby because my daddy didn't kept him or her. Yeah. So now I'm coming over there and I gotta be in contact with a baby who I really did not want, right? And who was this? My little sister, my little brother. Who was he telling them that? Because I the mama, right? Because I done told you no, I don't want to be a mama, right? So yeah, so you
I hate it. I hate it. I hate those things, man. Like I really get emotional with these type of subject matters because, like I said, man,
because then just 20 years down the line, and y'all having to tell the baby, now this is your mama, and the mama, your daughter, like, well, I didn't want you.
Yeah.
Because she's emotionally scarred.
So what's outside of the extreme? What you do with that?
Adoption. That's the only thing.
I'm adopting. Yep. I'm willing to adopt. That's the father in me, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
That's just my fiber. That's just the fiber in me. Like, and
it really got to be a thing that you talk to, and you can't be like, if daughter or son, like, but dad, I just don't want to have a connection. I don't want anything. Yeah. And especially mom, if she got to carry baby for 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough one. I mean, we've had those conversations about what if and things of that nature. They know where I stand. Yeah. They absolutely know where I stand.
Yeah.
I would love to believe that they stand the same way, but but when you in a situation and you ain't ready or you don't want, you know what I'm saying? I tell my daughter and my son, like, listen, it's y'all life. It's still y'all life.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not gonna like it, like it's a lot of shit I don't like.
Yeah.
But you still my kid.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna love on you. I'm gonna side eye you.
Yeah. And you as a parent, it's a thankless job, and you gotta try not to be so opinionated and telling them, man, because then they don't want to come to you. That's why it's a lot of stuff that my daughters tell me. I just be like, I want to tell them how I feel so bad because, but if I say
you'll never get shit again.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if I tell them my true feeling, then they gonna be like, they can't come to me and tell me nothing else. So the only
why
thing
does it have to be like that? Why can't you just be honest? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it about this generation or just people period that no one wants the real? Like, they want to be coddled. They
just want to have their own opinion, and for their opinion to be the only opinion that matter, right? They don't want to feel like, just like if my daughter tell me, she like to have unprotected sex. I'm just saying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you need to
stop it.
I'm just saying, and I'm like, you need to wear condoms. If you don't wear condoms, a nigga can give you anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, she looking at me like, you judging me?
Yeah.
You judging me because I don't want to use condoms? And now you don't want to tell me when your ass didn't. Yeah. Because then when you do slip up and get something, you don't want to come and tell me because I'm going to be like, I told you so. When really I'm not going to be like, I told you so. Yeah, my mama you going to automatically. Yeah.
My mama motherfucker, man, listen, my mama told, she's like, boy, she used to be like, put something on that little boy. Every time, right? One day I skipped school. Fucking around with an East Sider. Met her at Belle Isle on the beach
at the lighthouse.
Man, that little thing gave me something, boy. Good night.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I was a kid. I was a teenager, man. She
And
gave
you
me the
had to
bike,
go tell
man.
your mama.
Man, I ain't tell her.
You did?
Nigga, I skipped school, went down to Herman Kiefer.
Oh, cause you can go down there and get
went
a
down to
shot.
Herman Kiefer. They squoze the dickhead. They shot, put that motherfucking Q-tip down that boy. Like, oh yeah, you got the little shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Gave me the horse pills. Shot me in my ass. Sent me on my way. Life. Right?
Yeah.
And I told my kids the same story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a way to not only
Try
scare
to
them, but to
prevent them
educate
from-
them.
yeah,
Right? You know what I'm
uh-huh.
saying? And my mom, I came home. My mom was like, yeah, you know, cause I went to a Lutheran school, high school. So my mom was like, yeah. So what was you at today?
Oh.
Cause I had access to her vehicle, so she used to let me drive to school. Shit, she like, well, you go to school. I mean, you ain't go to school today. They called me. I was like, shit. Then I had to tell her. I was like, man, shit, you know. She was like, I told your ass. What
Didn't
I
I
tell you?
Now,
Now here goes a couple dollars. Go now and buy.
And some kind.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
you know,
you don't like those I told you so conversations.
man, you don't. But you know, but you know, it got me straight. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you're right, mama. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I should listen.
Exactly.
She was too young to be biting a nigga that like that.
God damn. Oh,
Told nigga up.
well, so when you you peed and it was
Peed
burning?
and it was on fire.
Oh my fucking God!
I'm talking about.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about blades.
What?
Imagine 16, 17 years old, pissing razor blades and
Golly.
leaking. Leaking. Gave me chlamydia.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean, you know,
That's life.
I'm a very transparent.
Yeah, I mean,
person.
you know what?
Because this is life shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
But you know, it was crazy. My dad was more conservative. My mom was more. My mom was conservative, and my dad was more old school. Like, nah, we ain't talk about sex until I was grown.
No,
With my dad, he was old school, like, you know, like sex, just no, you know,
Yeah.
that shit was just no.
I said no.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was like, you know, like, live, nigga. She was liberal, and my
Yeah.
dad was conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mom was like, man, shit, feel it, touch it, see it,
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you know you don't like it. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell yeah, mama cool did a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but you know, my daddy was, you know, he even think you was fucking. He'd be
Yeah.
like, nigga, come here. You big ass fingers, come to me. Come here, get over here. That nigga was terrible. But man, I mean, you know, with the whole, it's so many different levels to this whole conversation and topic, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it goes both ways. But like we said, we're dealing with Father's Day, man. And I think every situation is its own situation. And if a man don't want to be celebrated, or he don't want to be honored, or he don't want to recognize fatherhood, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I understand. I don't like it because if you are a father, even if you know what I'm saying, the baby here now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You don't want to be a father. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
know.
It's just like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even if it was
But
a mother,
you can't
like,
judge.
come on,
You
dog.
can't judge them for
And
it.
I ain't judging.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Well,
That's
you
not
can't
judging.
Even do
That's
that.
just-
That
just-
is, you can't even
No.
do that. Well, I mean, well,
I can choose to fuck with you and not
yeah,
fuck with you.
but what I'm saying is, it's if they just already did not want that, right? Then they didn't want it. It's different if they, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel you, DL, but damn, dog.
It's different if they just letting the mama be like, you know, be in control. Cause like I said, so many different circumstances.
So just say I have sex with a person and, you know, they just, you know, they a little hood chick, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, whatever the case may be. She ain't got no insurance. She ain't got nothing. You working at the big three, or you got a dope ass, you know what I'm saying? Just the least you can do is put the fucking kid on your fucking shit, dog.
Yeah, but
You know
the
what I'm
mama
saying?
still ain't taking them to the doctor.
Why not?
She a hood nick. She a hood rat. You said she
The
hood.
hood bitches do. They still take care of the kids.
Do
to
they?
an
Sometimes,
extent.
yeah. I mean, not taking them to the doctor like they supposed to.
Oh man, well,
I'm just
well,
saying.
that-
I
you
mean,
know what?
And then
If you
yeah,
don't
I'm
wanna
waiting on.
if you fuck a hood bitch to that extent, and she
Look
has
them kids next door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
it's just, I guarantee you they ain't going to the doctor.
That's
you
wild.
see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, and I don't like it.
That's the way of this world, right? Cause I'm slipped up. I didn't slept with the rat of the block, and shit.
You deserve to pay for that though. You deserve
you do like that, like you
just
really,
for fucking the rat.
Just for that, you deserve it. You deserve to get put on child support and not know where your money going because listen, you deserve.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Man, that's wild, dog. I mean, come on, man. I don't know, man. So, should all fathers be celebrated? It's a coin toss. I think it's everything is a situation by situation basis.
Mm-hmm.
I think those fathers that really give an asserted effort, like you said, it's a thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
Mother or father, but fathers really get a short end of the stick.
Yeah, and I don't think that they get celebrated enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that,
just on GP, what I'm saying, Regos, or just on the Regos type.
Yeah, and I think that they are held at such a higher, because we all know that mothers are going to, traditionally, mothers are going to take on the brunt of the parenting of, and fathers, because fathers can be like, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? Granted, you know what I'm saying? But it still don't change the fact that even if y'all do separate, give him grace, right?
Give him grace.
Give
her grace.
Give mothers, give fathers grace. Absolutely. Right? Because we're not talking about fathers giving mothers grace.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about mothers giving fathers grace, because we are equipped to be mothers, right? We have an innate, we have a natural, we're natural nurturers, right? Yeah. We already have that maternal instinct, right? So we gonna do what it takes. We gonna make it happen, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. And fathers, when they separate, and they are away from the kid, they are not learning the habits. They don't know the everyday. They don't know. They're not seeing the kid and what the mother see all the time.
And I think that narrative, that narrative right there in itself we need more. Not even talking, but we need more doers. We need the system to change.
Yeah.
Because it should not be an automatic. Because mama's a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be, if the mama ain't, she got to be totally bottom barrel, ain't shit before the dad get a chance rights, to say.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like, okay, how much parenting time can I? Nah, fuck that. We're going down the fucking middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in my situation, when me and my kids' mom separated, and it wasn't no talks of divorce initially, until we just kept playing around. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of years, like, fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I just went on ahead and filed, and I told her, like, shit, I filed because you ain't about to be dancing on my daddy's name. You know what I'm saying? Partying like that. So initially, it was, the thought was, oh, please don't take the kids, whatever. And then, she like, well, shit, if I leave, the kids leave.
Yeah. And
I broke down. I'm talking about broke down for about an hour.
Yeah.
Then I got my ass up out that closet from crying, and I went back in that motherfucking bathroom. I'm like, nah, bitch. The kids this is their home. They're gonna stay here. If you want to leave, you can leave. And from that point, we just worked out a equal situation. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants, she was younger. We're both young, but she was young and she still wanted to live and shit. And it wasn't no reason for her to have to take the brunt. And then she would have been like, hey man, like shit, you can have 75-25. I was with the shits.
Yeah.
I wanted them.
Yeah.
I really low key wanted to see what I could do to take it.
Right.
And she hadn't done anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was still top notch mama.
Yeah.
I just wanted my kids.
Yeah.
That's how passionate I was about it. But we worked it out, and then what I hated was because you know, when you go through that process, you know, it's emotions and bitter and anger and shit like that. So she was gonna try to, you know, ask for more parenting time. So, you know, if we couldn't come to an agreement, now we got to get a mediator. Now that's more money, and they got to, and basically it ended up being the same. We ended up with the same shit that we started with, and we could have saved us some money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So we split, you know, even down, equal parenting, equal custodial, all the little degrees and levels of that shit.
Yeah,
and you know, I still thought I got a bad shake of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted.
You know, that was the same thing with me and my kid's father. We did everything split down the middle, equal everything, right? But it didn't work out that way because I still had the kids 90% of the time, and he got them. You know, we even had it to whereas, you know, it was grandfather time because they would go down south with his father for 2 weeks in the summer. So we had all of that stuff implemented, you know, wrote out. But you know what I'm saying? It didn't end up that way. It ended up with me still being, you know, having the kids the majority of the time. And so when I say give me in grace, you know, I had to learn that, you know, to whereas we thought that it would be this easy thing, you know, it was not easy to navigate at all. And I was selfish. Right, because I wanted my kids all of the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That was me.
And I would be happy when he said I couldn't get them on this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd be like, cool.
I was the same.
You know what I'm saying?
She'd be like, oh, I'm going out of town. Could you?
Yeah, of course.
Say less, my baby. Say less.
And
stay.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, stay your ass out of town for a couple more years.
Yeah. And then if my kids be like, we don't want to go over to Daddy's house this weekend, I'd be like, okay, call him and tell him. You know what I'm saying?
Now that they were not able to do.
And I was selfish.
That shit, yeah,
I was selfish in that because they'd be like, I don't want to go on my dad's house.
But that had been in your situation. That had been it was able to be done because it was a 90-10, 95-5 split.
And he was, when we were together, he was a workaholic, right? When we were together, he worked from sun up to sundown. Yeah. So, you know, and so when we separated and had this split, we was young too. And when we had this split down the middle, it was like, you know, I kind of figured, you know, that he didn't have time.
So the split down the middle was the grace.
Yeah.
The split down the middle was the grace on, you know, on paper for the man to stay out y'all business.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
exactly.
that was grace.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that was
grace.
grace.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that we fight enough. I don't think that men fight enough.
Oh yeah.
For I think that we're so accustomed to the norm of the kid's gonna go with the mama and then she gonna get all the time. All she gotta do is tell the judge I ain't shit and you know whatever. I don't think that we fight enough, and I would be damn. I would have died.
Yeah.
They would have had to either lock me up or kill me.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt.
Yeah.
And I don't think that we a lot of us, you know, because we do get away with so much as far as not being
because y'all don't have the support isn't there, right? Yeah. It's like you don't have nobody pushing you to fight. Right, like your support system, like because men can give up so easily and be like,
no one should have to force you to be.
But no, when I say force, when I say push you,
or encourage you,
yeah, they should because the court system is gonna automatically be for the mother, and sometimes men are, and especially black men get discouraged because they already know when I go down here, I'm gonna have to show my check stubs, I'm gonna have to be like, oh, I'm the best, I have all of my receipts showing that I do this.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
Exactly. And so and so in that case it's like, man, fuck it, she gonna win anyway. And you know you gotta just have that. Go on, fuck it, whatever.
God,
you know what I'm saying?
I hate that shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, man, I can't go out like that, dog.
Yeah. You gotta have some tenacity and some passion about
And then the
shit,
thing
man.
about it is, like, on top of like the support not being there, the resources for the fathers
are
not there, right?
Yeah,
because when my son was first born, right?
Exactly.
With my son's mother being out of the city, right? Me going to diaper banks and finding all of the resources that I can to try to find all of the stuff that they have for babies, and there's nothing for the fathers. If the
No,
mother is
the
not
mother's
there
not
to
there,
sign
then
up,
yeah.
the dads can't get shit, right?
Yeah.
And I had everything lined up. Like people, and there's people like for you, because you people know me from Facebook and shit. People that work, some of them work at the diaper banks. So they know me and was ready to just give me the shit off the strength of knowing who I was.
Yeah.
But they
if
couldn't. They would, it's risking their job. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying by still having people that's encouraging. You know, once you feeling like, fuck it, I don't even want to do it, you still got to have somebody encourage you like, dog, you got to. Well, like, I'm telling you,
I'm
Mike,
say this. We have to encourage each other because I can't tell you how many men that I've saved.
Yeah.
I've saved them from the pitfalls of what they believe the system is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And out of all of the stories that we hear that where the man has lost, right? I've known and seen and heard about a lot of victorious fathers, right? That have came out and won.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because they had a fight and a tenacity. They not gonna give up. They gonna
And I've encouraged family. I've encouraged siblings. I've encouraged friends. Like, dog, do not if you want your kid, do not give up. Yeah. Just fight until you just flat out stretched out and you can't do no more.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. I hate that it even have to be that. I just really feel like, you know, it should be a thing where, you know, co-parenting is an existing thing, you know, and people don't have to go as far as having to fight either way, mother or father. You know what I'm saying? But of course, that's not the way that the world go around. And especially when you young in a way, you know, you just really don't know how to go about setting aside your personal feelings for a person to put the child first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Man, it is too unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because we're you know, we can just go statistically, boy and girl. Without a father, the probability of the negative increases so much. Without that man, even if mama get a boyfriend, a stepfather or something, you know, we even got to encourage those men to be like, hey man, you know, in the words of my father, you was caught in my trap. You belong to me. You feel me? So when he married my mom and she had 5 kids, those kids became his kids. It wasn't. We didn't say shit about step or half or, you know, niggas when they got grown and started being ignorant and shit. That's when they start talking crazy like that. But as children, no one said, "Oh, this is my stepbrother." I don't have any step.
Yeah.
But I have siblings that are step to one another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that terminology wasn't allowed. But, you know, we have to we need more things for these men, even when you going into a blended family or your kid is in a blended family.
Yeah.
You know, we have to educate us on that. How to deal with the other nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things are imperative.
It sure is. And you be amazed how many people just don't even
just
know how to have
blend. They just want to fight because I don't want no... I was that way. I don't want no nigga raising my kid. And the nigga... But let me tell you how God worked. And I ain't trying to get super spiritual, but let me tell you how God worked. Me and my kid's mama broke up. She basically had one in a hop. Right, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to put your business out there, but she had one in the hole, right? She had one in the chamber. Wait.
My girl.
Yeah, you feel me? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I was terrible. Okay, so I ain't mad at her. So I did not know who the dude was initially, right? But my kids come home, Mr.
And
such
they
and
knew
Mr. Such and Such and Mr. This and Mr. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call him, Mr. I'm like, damn, who the fuck? So, you know, a situation happened where everything came to light, right? So I'm like, damn. It was my parenting time, and I was supposed to drop the kids off to her. We had a meet place. We used to meet on Oakman and Davidson. I met this motherfucker without the kids. So she like, yeah, where the kids at? I'm like, you motherfucker, you got this nigga around my kids. He whoop and blah 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 shit. I done heard a nigga that filled my head with all kind of shit. I'm going. She was like, what? She turned her ass back around, got in the car, stabbed
Got
out.
the book off.
I'm like, you'll never see these kids again.
I can just see you.
I was going ham, nigga. I'm talking about bacon, eggs, ham on her ass. You hear me?
Oh gosh.
And finally, after all that drama happened, I'm like, well, shit, if this nigga gonna be in the life and he gonna be around the kids, she told me one day, she's like, well, if he got something going on, we all got something going on.
Yeah.
Broke me down, son. Ooh, that broke me down. Like,
Oh
what,
my
not
God.
my kids? Why my kids? He got his own kids. What the fuck? Right? So I'm like, okay, well, if this is what it's gonna be, dog need to see me. He need to face me. All this tucking and hiding, and he going upstairs when I come get the kids, and all this shit got to stop. So we met, and I came wild west, nigga. I was suited and booted, ready to go.
Calm down.
Cause he was a street nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? He was a street nigga. So anyway, we met, we had a conversation, man. I'm telling nigga, like, you can have her, nigga. I don't, cause we still married.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the woman, nigga. The kids is mine.
Right.
You know what
Name
I'm saying?
stay with me.
The
The
name
kids
stay
stay
home, right? And the young dog, he was younger than me. The young dog said, listen, man, I got kids of my own, and, not only do they have you, they got me. You know what I'm saying? We can tag team this thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And what you do? You felt like,
stood down.
ooh, yeah.
I stood down.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to.
I stood down.
Had to, 'cause that man
I was huffing and puffing and shit. I'm talking about nigga damn near about to pass out or some shit because I was so excited. I was adrenaline was.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be nigga. I
Yeah.
thought we was gonna come to it.
Yeah.
I wanted to lay hands, but you know what I'm saying.
You ain't have to.
And so yeah, and me and dog ended up being the I ain't gonna say the best of friends, but we was cool. We was real cool. We hung out. We drunk.
Yeah.
Hang. We, you know what I'm saying. He was a street nigga, so
Yeah.
he stayed in Titty Bar. He'd be like, man, come to
Yeah.
Pathion, nigga, on me. You know what I'm saying? And we built a relationship.
Good.
And everything turned out good. So there's no blueprint for that. There's no
Yeah,
book
it's not.
that says how to be how to adapt to
a blended family, co-parenting, and
moving
all
on.
around. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You might not, because I wasn't showing nobody got to see my kids.
Yeah.
But they was
that
like,
was
see,
your
she was,
thing.
yeah, that was my thing.
Yeah.
But she off the ripper.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You silly as shit. You love this shit. But off the ripper and shit, you know what I'm saying? So those things, man, like we need to have, I don't know, classes, programs, something, because fatherhood isn't easy, and being accepting of certain shit isn't easy.
Yeah.
But it's life.
Yeah, and it gotta
life
happen.
blew my mouth out.
Yeah.
I'm around this slinging dick,
Yeah.
cheating,
Yeah.
doing both. I mean, she wasn't innocent either, but I'm gonna put her business out there.
And it don't matter because she kept her shit clean.
But I was the one who got caught.
Yeah.
And you're right. She kept her shit clean.
Yeah.
And I was the one who I was the dirty dick motherfucker around this bitch pissing everywhere. And man, and it's just crazy because it's no manual for the shit.
No, it's
no
not.
manual for marriage. It's no. I mean, you can
none
get all
of it.
these books and shit, but nothing.
Can
Everybody,
teach you.
their situation ain't your situation.
No, exactly.
So
Yep.
you gotta adapt to your situation. I had to learn to adapt. I had to accept this man. And he never laid a finger on the kids. Never meant them no harm. And I'm thinking, he a street nigga. He selling drugs. He doing
bring
this.
that shit to my house, to my
My kids
my
ain't used to this.
Yeah, they don't know. Hey, shut up.
Motherfuckers
Sit
were none the
down.
wiser.
Sit back.
Until him and the mama broke up.
Yeah.
And then all the shit came to light. He wasn't shit either.
Well, I mean,
he wasn't a shit nigga either, Mark.
Well, that's yeah. And she she probably was doing her thing still. Yeah, right. Man. So shit, that's how it be.
I don't put shit past the soul.
Yeah.
But but fatherhood, man, is so fucking rewarding.
Yeah,
it is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
No, not that it can be. It is.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. Just parenting itself, man. Just seeing what you've created, what you've produced, what you've made from, whether it was out of love, out of lust, whatever the case may be, see what you have done and watch them develop. I'm watching my kids develop into young adults, into to positive
many
citizens.
yous who you know, this is who you raised or helped guide, so
and even if they turn out quote unquote negative or not good, or they be on bullshit or whatever, it's still a thing that
to be proud of.
Man, listen, man, I love this shit. I live this shit, and I'm probably gonna do it today. My daughter called me on bullshit all the time, and I'm gonna fuss and I'm gonna cuss and I'm gonna
but you gonna do whatever
I'm a drop of a hat.
Yeah,
I'm still looking out for her.
As you should,
and my son.
As you should. Yeah. Well, y'all, funny how time flies when we having fun. Y'all already know what that means. We are almost out of time. It comes so fast. I always say we need a couple of hours, but an hour or two. We don't need to be talking for no 2 and 3 hours. We'll revisit whatever. And y'all know we always get off topic. We gonna change the show from 6
to off topic.
To off topic. Because every time.
Podcast.
Don't come in here thinking you about
everybody got ADHD on this panel.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers can't stay focused for shit.
Nothing, right? Don't think you about to come in here and see the topic at hand and hear what you see.
Right.
Right?
Because there's so many variables, man.
Yes, indeed. So, Gilmore Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts is, man, I would love for all the men who have a seed somewhere out there in the world to, if relationships are broken, mend them, fix it. Even if it's not your fault, fix it. Women, show some grace and some mercy to these men that you decided to lay down with and have a baby with. Let's start honoring each other more, and let's give these men a little more than what we've been giving them. And men, just stand up, man, and fight for whatever it is. Your seed, man, fight, man. Don't give up the good fight.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Well, I got more to say, but go for it.
Well, you know what? My final thought is just as simple as, should all fathers be celebrated? I feel like, any father that wants to be celebrated should be celebrated. Yeah. It took years for me to even get to a place of understanding the difference between Mother's Day and Father's Day, and that's a whole nother thing. But I wouldn't not want my children to celebrate their father for whatever reasons they feel like he wasn't accessible to them in the times they needed him to be, because he has always been a part of their lives in some way, shape, or form. So all fathers should be celebrated if they want to be celebrated. Because
I like that. If they want to be celebrated. Because like you said, everybody don't want to be celebrated. So. Yeah.
If you feel like, even if you feel like I bought my baby a pencil for kindergarten and never bought her anything else, I'm a father and I want to be celebrated because for whatever reason, right? Reason. You deserve that. So.
And ladies, it's okay to get at that man that you laid down with 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago. It's okay to go out and get him a little card and give him a gas card with it or something.
Happy Father's Day is enough. That's being celebrated. Happy Father's Day.
To each his own. Go get that motherfucker something, man.
Well, I
go get my baby mama something every year.
To each his own. Her person may not mind that thing, right? But
got a choice.
Yeah.
Either I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Now, what you do with it?
Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Happy Father's Day, and maybe a card. You know what I'm saying?
Or, give me a little $20 gas card or something.
Yeah. No, I'm saying just like a card.
No, a card with a gift card in it, motherfucker. A gift card in it.
A card with a gift card in that motherfucker. Cause if
Not
not,
just
you
a card to say Happy Father's
right.
Day.
You could have saved that $2, baby.
Yeah, cause I ain't the card person anyway. So
What you want me to do with this? Put
Yeah,
it up,
get a
hanging
nigga-
on the wall,
get a nigga
put it on
fifth
the wall and shit.
give me a green bottle of motherfucking 17 or something, and then we square. We square for the year. You feel me?
I mean, you know. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
In the meantime, in between time, this was 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. with
Yes.
DL Collins and Gilmore Slim. Until the next time, we up out this motherfucker.
We up out this bitch.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile